Okay, so here are the first 9 I have drilled out, and I've just held them down for now with little glue dots because awkwardly I don't have the money to go and buy the super glue and the accelerator. Oops. But anyway, payday's on Monday night at midnight sometime-ish. So I've got to stretch my money a bit carefully because I've got a big Optus bill. Well, it's not big, but it is big. It's big enough. And so I've got to calm down on my hobbies, I think, the next fortnight or so, the next month, because I've got to save up money to get my hair done in April, and my birthday's coming. So, yeah, but anyway, Mama T, that would be me, and Miss Five have been playing. And look, I think these hole gouges are way too big, but I don't have the finesse in handling the mini grinder, the fake Dremel, and I don't have the skills yet. So I'm like, some of them aren't too bad. Like that one's a bit of a disaster. But some of them, like that one, oh look, I'm in denial. They're all pretty shitty actually. But you know what? Once they're super glued in and sanded back, hopefully they won't look too bad. And if they do, I'll just fill the holes with some kind of freaking wood glue or something, or I'll cheat. Because it's my first time and all, and oh, wow. You can't expect to be an expert at everything you do. But look, here's all the others. Now, see, I could have left them just stuck on, just glued them on permanently, just stuck on like that, just on the outside, but sticking out. But I thought, what's the point? Like, if you're going to do inlay, do the frickin' inlay. So now I've inlaid 9. And there's another 191 to go. But that's okay because the other dots are still, have to be sent from China. And so to do the other door, excuse me, I had 20 left over. So I've got another 80 to do on the other door. But anyway, look, I'm like a little piglet in mud, being silly as a wheel. What else am I going to do with my life? Nobody loves me. Wah, wah, wee, wah, that's nice. So I might as well just keep myself busy. And, did I mention that I'm exhausted? My eyes are burning. I'm so tired. But that's okay. I've been tired since I dragged this cupboard up and gave myself an epic nervous breakdown and a physical breakdown as well. So what do you do when going through hell? You just keep going. So that's my little video. And all my epic endeavours. But look, I'm just loving this. I really am. I'm just loving it. Oh, and the other wonderful news is the lovely group I've joined that teach how to work with flatware, with cutlery. Oh, the lady on there that invited me to join her group, the group owner, oh, she's just so delightful and can't help you enough. So I posted, my very first failed fork, and said, this is what I did wrong. Like, I know what I did wrong now, but again, I didn't have the skills at the time. It was like I was trying to copy a YouTube video, and that man moved fast, and I couldn't keep up with it. So, but now, she explained in detail what you have to do next time, so I know how to do better on that one. And then I said, well, look, this has got nothing to do with silverware or flatware, but this is what my project at the moment. So I sent the group the photos of my cabinet door. It's not that little, actually. It's very fucking enormous. And I showed her what I'm doing, and she said, is that power? And I said, no, it's abalone. I said, but the New Zealand company I wanted to buy the power shell from wanted to charge $75 to post it, which is just highway robbery. I just said that's just insane. I refused to do that. So I bought this on eBay from China, and it's a bit disappointing because it's abalone, so it doesn't have the colours I wanted. I mean, it still looks pretty, but, you know, everyone knows that power is much more vibrant and beautiful. But at $75 to post it, well, you know what they can do with their power. So, and I am disappointed about it. But anyway, she said to me, oh, she said, I have some power shells still lying around the house. She said, I'll find out how much the postage is and I'll send it to you. So I said, well, I'll pay for the postage, definitely. So you know what, I don't know if she'll follow through or not, but she's been so lovely and kind, she very well might. So I might have to dig bigger holes if I get the power. But the trouble is I'd have to cut that to size, whereas these are already cut. So, but anyway, I can use it on another project if she sends it to me. So, look, honestly, the universe has just lifted her skirts and has just rained down abundance on me. Literally, look at the storms we've had outside. It's all rainy and miserable. But the universe has just been raining abundance from all sorts of, you know, unexpected sources, like people who've literally found me complaining about my fork failures. my fork failures on jewellery sites. So I think that's delightful that she liked my intrepid, grotesque sense of humour, and has been so willing to help and teach me in her group. Oh, and another lady posted in her group today about all the rings she'd made, and I said, oh, do you need the peppy, it's a ring bending tool, which is very expensive, it's nearly $200. And she said, yes, she said, you do need that. You can do it without, but she said it's much easier to do it with that. So that's going to be my next big purchase. I think when I get my advance in mid-May, I might go ahead and buy the ring bending tool, because then I can make silver rings out of cutlery, and who knows, maybe, you know, give them as presents, or maybe even try and sell some at the markets. I know, I can hear Jared going, if that's going to happen. He knows how much I hate getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to the markets. But, you know, I could maybe sell them on, I don't know. Tell them I'm dreaming, Justin sticks $25. But you know what? If I have the ring bending tool and I can make lots of rings, well then it's still something to do, and I'll have some kind of build up of stock if I ever want to start my own little shop, or start maybe a late afternoon market stall. And anyway, it gives me a hobby, it gives me something to do, making things, because I'm quite lonely and isolated here. I really am. So I thought, between the watching videos about, you know, all my subjects of interest, like the occult, and then how to make things on YouTube, which is quite exhausting actually, I'm quite tired from it all, and between physically making things, and then my animals, and then my garden, I'm keeping myself very, very contained and very, very busy. Oh look, honestly, the more I look at it, even though it's abalone and it's not as bright, vibrant colours as power, you know, because the videos sort of put a bit of a torchlight on it, you know what, it does actually come up quite lovely. And I'm thinking when the mother of pearl arrived, now I won't be able to do much with that because I only bought a small amount, which I regret, but you know, money's very tight always, so I want to put little pieces of mother of pearl in the alternate squares. But someone's actually written a number there when they made this cupboard, and they just left it there. I mean, how sloppy is that? I thought my workmanship was sloppy, but hey, come on, seriously? And that's got a split in it, but you know what? By the time I drill into it and put a piece of mother of pearl on it, you won't know. Anyway, so I'm thinking like mother of pearl, mother of pearl, mother of pearl. That's why I've left a gap in between. And then I'm thinking, now this will be like when I'm getting a bit more expert, because like it's not so easy, but I'm getting, I guess by the time I've done 200 little dots, I'll be an expert. So I'm thinking I could draw some kind of a design on this panel here, and it goes horizontally, people, so like that. I don't know, some kind of nice pattern, and actually do an inlay into that. But that, and I have to do two, because there's two doors, so they'll have to be identical. And anyway, I might do that, but that's, I don't know if I'll have the confidence or the ability by the time I've done all these little dots. It might be worth a little try. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? There's already scratches on that wood, so if I just carve something into it. Actually, there's already a kind of a knot in the wood. Looks a bit to me like a dragon. I'm imagining things. But yeah, I think I could do something across there, rows, and have the other one facing the other rows, or I don't know. But you can blame Billy Williams of the Hip Shooters for this, because I think it was last year during COVID, he did the most beautiful inlays, and I got really inspired and thought, well, I'd like to try that one day. And it's taken me, nearly a year later for me to have a crack at it myself. So things move slow in Tanya's world, mainly due to poverty and lack of confidence. But by Joves, I think I'm starting to really wing it and find my little way, which is what my shaman friend said, that I would find my niche, but I didn't think it would be doing things like this. But the universe is certainly pushing me forward, whether I like it or not. Even though, universe, can you just be gentle with me, please? I'm extremely exhausted. But I'm very conscious that I'm running out of time. I don't know, maybe I have another 10, 15, 20 years on this planet max. So I want to get stuff done, and so that when I eventually die, my kids, who don't really give a flying fuck about me really in the broad scheme of things, can actually say, oh, my mum struggled right up until she was 55, and then she had this like late stage renaissance where she kind of tried to get a life and do more creative things and blossom. And if they don't say it, well, I know that that's what's happening for a fact, and who cares what anyone thinks of me anyway. I'm just going to soldier on as I always done. Warrior goddess, berserker queen, in my own little psychedelic dream. But yes, I don't know. I'm not happy about these big gougy thingies. Like that was my very first one. I started with that one, and it's a bit gougy. It's a bit scary, that one, and that one's even scarier because that was actually the last. Yeah, that was the last one I did. I see I ran off the rails there. Well, it's hard, but I'm getting better at getting the depth. Like I had to dig down on quite a few of them, go back and dig a bit further down. But that one's a mess. That one's a mess. You know what? I'm a mess too. My cupboard's a mess. But now my cupboard's a mess with inlay, so there you go. I'm happy. I'm happy in my weirdness. Okay. Good afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your Shabbat for those of you who are resting and observant and good Jews. And kick up your heels to the rest of the heathens. Sayonara, sweethearts.